Welcome to Advanced Excel Lesson 2. Here we're going to be working with some colour graphs. Firstly, on a new worksheet within our book called Colour Graphs, I'm highlighting the data. There's some information here about Bob and Bill and Jill and Sue and their sales figures. Then I go to the Insert ribbon and go to Column and click on the first 2D column, and that brings up nice blue columns. I'm going to move that up the top here. Take a copy of it with Control C and paste over here with Control V in A16 and I16. Now in the first graph, if I click on one column, that selects all four. They get little dots on the corners. Right clicking on that column and I can format the data series, and I'm going up here to the fill and I'm going for a solid fill, and I'm going to choose a nice bright red. When I click close, those columns are bright red. Over here on the second graph, if I click on one column, it selects it all. If I click on that column again, I've only got that one column selected. Right clicking now and format the data point and go for fill, and I'll go for a solid fill, and I'll choose a bright yellow and click close, and right click on the next column and format the data point and choose a different color, and do the same here for Jill. I go to format the data point and choose a different color, and do the same for Sue. Format the data point. And as well as changing each of the colors of each of the columns, the legend is now changed to reflect that. Over here in the last graph, I'm going to click on one column which selects all and format the data series, and I'm going to go with a solid fill of white. Then I'm going to right click in the background to format the plot area, not on a line. Make sure you're between the lines. I'm going to go for a solid fill, bright blue or dark blue, just like that great football team, and you've got white columns on a dark background. I've put in another worksheet called Gradient Graphs, put in the same data and made one graph and copied it to have three. Clicking on one column selects all four. Right clicking on that column and go to format the data series. Up here in the fill, this time I'm going to choose gradient fill. I'm going to go with the preset color, the blue that's there, and instead of radial I'll have a linear, and the direction I'm going to go with is linear down, top to bottom. Click on close and you can see how I've got a gradient top to bottom. Over here on the second one, right clicking on one column, click on one column, selects them all, right clicking and format the data series. Again I'll go for fill, a gradient fill, and I'll change it to a bright red this time, and I'll change the direction from top to bottom to left to right, and click close, and I've got that arrangement there. Here on the last graph I'm going to click on one column, selects all four, right click and format the data series, go for fill, and I'm going to go for a solid fill and make those all white, and then I'm going to right click on the background and format the plot area and go for a gradient fill, and I'll go with a just a normal blue, and instead of linear I'll go with a radial, and in the direction I'll go for the darkest in the middle, lighter getting out, and click on close, and you can see that radial gradient. One more worksheet which I've named as texture graphs. Again I've copied, used the same data and made three graphs from it. While I click on one column, that selects all four. Right clicking on a column, I can go up to format the data series. Again I'll go for fill, and again I'm going to click up here on the picture and texture fill, and where it's got this little pull down for texture, I'm going to choose the paper bag fill and click close, In the background, the columns are all made of brown paper bags. Selecting one column in the lower graph, right click and format the data series, fill, and I'll go for the texture, and this time I'll choose a wood grain and click on close, and you've got that wood grain effect. On the last graph, I'm going to format the data series. This time I'm going to make it just a solid fill of white and click close, and right click on the background and format the plot area, not on the lines but in the area behind it. Again, I'll go for a picture or texture fill, and this time I'll go for a green marble and click close, and I've got this green marble behind the white columns.